rock that beat.
So the season finale for My Hero Academia came out a couple days ago, and I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I have been too busy playing Persona 5 Royal. If you saw my last video, which was the Boruto review, I even mentioned it before that I've just been too busy playing that for like the past couple days. It's been... I've kind of just disappeared off of social media, besides YouTube, sort of, to kind of really pay attention to anything else besides that specifically. But I finally got around to watching the season finale for My Hero Academia this morning, and I didn't know what to expect. I saw Endeavor was trending on Twitter, because I went on Twitter very briefly, but I saw he was trending. I didn't know why, but I was like, oh, so that has to do with the fucking episode. Thanks for telling me that it's probably gonna be something exciting, hopefully. And then I saw a few people that I'm subscribed to do a reaction video on it. Not like a Suzy Lou reaction video, but like an actual reaction video where they have, they cut out all the quiet bits and they actually have the moments of reaction where they're actually saying some shit, which is just a better reaction video overall. But that's the point. That's not the point of the video. So I finally watched the episode. And, yeah, I thought it was pretty great. So, the episode kind of likes to... Or, like, honestly, what they've been trying to do with Endeavor is that they've been trying to sort of redeem his character. They are trying to make it seem like he's really trying to change, and he's trying to repent for the mistakes that he's made, and with, his wife and his kids. And you see his wife and a few other of his children, besides, Shoto Todoroki, in the episode, in the beginning of the episode. That's how it starts off. And, the son, one of the older sons, they mention how, he doesn't really care about his dad, but he doesn't really like how he hasn't been punished for what he did to their family, and he's being, the number one hero. He's now the new number one hero, that we saw that in the previous episode last week. And it's like, yeah, I sort of understand that, but his mom doesn't really seem to kind of mind that, and I mean, she obviously, minds it, of course, because, now she's stuck in this mental hospital, but of course, she also sees that he's trying to change, and he's trying to better himself, and I think ultimately that's all that kind of matters. Now, if I was looking at this realistically, I don't think people in real life are completely evil, but people who are abusive tend to not really change, and if they do, it takes a lot of effort for them to try to do that. But people don't really change, and it's hard for them to do that. But with Endeavor, it seems like he's honestly trying to do it because anime, but that's besides the point. I like this. I like seeing that Endeavor really is trying to change. He's trying to become a hero and a father figure to Todoroki, and become just an overall better person for his family and to the general public as a hero. And I think that's super cool for his character, and I think it's good character development that he is trying to become just an overall better person. And again, because this is anime, of course he can do that, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I kind of just love this little family dynamic of Todoroki's family. The fact that they do try to stay close to each other, and the fact that Todoroki is writing his mom letters because he can't come and visit her as frequently anymore because he's so busy with the provisional license exams and stuff. I like that. I like how, even though he can't come by, his mom still appreciates the letters regardless. I think that's I think that's nice. I think that this whole family dynamic is very cute, and the fact that they're still trying to be a family regardless of what Endeavor has done to them in the past. But the whole episode is basically just kind of, from there on out, just action, because in the previous episode, a Nomu who is significantly stronger and faster than any other Nomu that we've seen, and who is a lot more intelligent as well, and can actually have a conversation, sort of, and actually, think out methodically of its plan of attacks as the fight continues on. And Endeavor is fighting it, of course, and because this is his first fight as the new #1 hero, and even he's saying that it's faster and stronger than he is, but he's still trying. And I think this whole episode of him trying to persevere, even though he knows that he's going against an adversary that's significantly stronger than he is, it's something more hero-like, I'll say. And the whole episode is basically just people kind of doubting him. And, you know, in the crowd, they're seeing that this is all going on. Hawks is there, and he seems to be the only one who really believes in him. But as the fight, you know, progresses further, and as he then gets injured so much to the point that he can't move anymore, and he lost a fucking eye, people start, you know, freaking out more. And of course, Todoroki and his family are watching this, besides, you know, the mom, of course. But the children are watching it. His kids are watching this. You know, the most important one being Shoto, really, because of what he said to him previously after Todoroki passed his provisional license exams. This is hitting hard for him, and you can see that physically and emotionally in his character's emotions and faces, or I say emotions, but like facial reactions. And I think that's something that we've never seen before from him before, from Todoroki specifically, because he doesn't really act like that. He's always kind of like mysterious, sort of, and like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but he doesn't really act like that. So when he does act like that, it's surprising, and he is trying to give his dad a chance to redeem himself, and this is the moment where he's really trying to do that with this fight against this Nomu. And as the fight progresses further, Hawks is doing his thing, just being fucking cool. Hawks is literally the fucking coolest character in this goddamn show now. You know, Endeavor's trying to fight, but he can't move anymore, so he starts using his flames to propel himself forward, even though he can't move anymore, towards the Nomu. Hawks starts using his feathers to propel him even faster, you know, towards the Nomu. The Nomu still, of course, is stronger than him, sort of, so... And Endeavor can't use his full power because of Hawks' feathers. But then they start becoming cindered to end up, you know, adding more firepower to Endeavor. And Endeavor ends up winning the episode at the end of the day. That's pretty much just what ends up happening. But it's hard for me to explain, but just like the choreography, the fights, you know, the fight itself, and the animation of it, it all looked amazing. Everything about this episode looked amazing. The writing of the characters was definitely good. Hawks is literally the fucking coolest character in this goddamn show right now. And the redemption for Endeavor, for him trying to become an overall better person and a better hero for everyone, as the new #1 hero. I think this is a good thing, and I think the episode overall was just really, really, really good. It's definitely like a top tier episode from My Hero Academia so far, and it was great. Apparently there are some people who are saying that it's like better than Demon Slayer episode 19, and there are a couple reasons as to why I disagree, which I could explain, but that's not the point of the video. But overall, I think the episode was just amazing. I think the episode was amazing. This, you know, significant character moment for Endeavor was fantastic for him. Especially because he's kind of just a person who's trying to repent for his mistakes, repent for his sins, as I guess you can say. Not trying to get religious, I'm just saying that he is trying to make up for the mistakes that he's made in the past. And this is definitely a strong, you know, first step towards that direction. And I think it's super good. I think it's super good for his character development. I think he's going to become an overall better character as the show progresses further. And honestly, I think this is a better episode overall than All for One versus All Might. And some people might disagree, which is fine, but just like that was the thing that kind of like came to mind for like an actual like pro hero fight, you know, of such significance. Because the thing about All Might and All for One for me is that it just kind of felt like both of them were holding back for no reason whatsoever. It just kind of felt like All for One was just being childish the whole time, which was probably the point, because, you know, because of just how he was acting the whole time and how he wasn't really using his full power. But it sort of seemed like All Might wasn't doing the same thing, but at least he has an excuse of not being able to do that, because, you know, the embers of One for All are diminishing slowly as the fight progresses on further and further, and he's starting to not being able to become the wielder of One For All anymore. That's being passed on to Midoriya. But just, it felt like that fight could have been a lot more than what it was, especially towards the finale of the fight. But with this episode, it kind of made up for that in my mind, and I definitely enjoyed it a lot more. I think just the overall handling of this episode was definitely great, and it was a definitely really good season finale. And then the episode ends off with Midoriya having a dream, and he ends up seeing the other vessels of One For All, and I think he actually even sees the first vessel for One For All. I shouldn't say vessel, that's not really the right word, but he ends up seeing the first incarnation of One For All and All For One, and you know, their brotherly rivalry that they're having against each other. And the episode just kind of ends with Midoriya waking up and destroying the glass, and his quirk is activated, and I don't know what's gonna happen. It has something to do with the manga that I haven't seen yet, so if you fucking spoil it, I'm gonna fucking block you on any social media that I can, but just, I think it's gonna be interesting to say the least. So far, I haven't heard the best of things about it. Some people don't like it, some people do. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's definitely on my mind right now, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. But for a season finale, this was really good. I really enjoyed it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and wrap up the video. If you did enjoy it for a reason, be sure to leave a like, and if you didn't like it, leave a dislike, and let me know what I can do to improve my videos down in the comments below. I thought the episode was great. If you didn't enjoy it for whatever reason, let me know, I guess. Maybe you just are a massive hater of Endeavor for some reason, even though he is trying to redeem himself, but maybe you just have a hate boner for him. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. I'm out.